Hong Kong films. Action films, comedies, martial arts films, and of course, there are horror films. And in around 1983, there was a seminal classic which came out of Hong Kong called Mr. Vampire. Produced by Sammo Hung, who is here on this stage for SPL. And the interesting thing is, I mean, the way that I kind of got into the film festival is I wrote a fanzine. Remember fanzines? Remember Xerox fanzines? I wrote a fanzine about Hong Kong cinema. And because when I saw Chinese Ghost Story 2 at the film festival, I was hooked right away. And I'd go into Chinatown, I'd be the lone white guy going up and asking for all these weird films. They stared at me all the time. And I discovered these films and I just started writing about them in the fanzine. And one of the issues, the second issue I did, I only got off my ass to do 2 issues of it. I did an essay on the history of hopping vampire films. Because in Hong Kong films and Mr. Vampire, they're not like Western vampires, they hop. Sammo Hung always wanted to do a horror film, wanted to do a vampire film, but unfortunately Chinese traditional vampires aren't really screen friendly. They're kind of green and hairy and smell and just don't do too much. And so Sammo Hung was inspired by the Hammer Dracula films, and he created a cinema mythology of the hopping vampire. And there was Mr. Vampire 1, Mr. Vampire 2, Mr. Vampire 3, Mr. Vampire 4, New Mr. Vampire. There were TV series. It just spawned this craze in the 1980s. And this director saw Mr. Vampire when he was 7 years old, and it changed his life. And he's written and directed this film. It's a loving, moody tribute to these dark, strange Chinese cinema vampires. And he has a lot of the original actors from the original film, and it's produced by the director of The Grudge. So you know you're going to get some creeps in there. So I'd like to introduce to you, and I'd also like to point out that the first time I met him the other day when he showed up to the Midnight Madness reception, he was actually dressed like a vampire hunter. In robes and beads, and I want you to put your hands together for Juno Mac.
Hello everybody. Thanks for coming here tonight. And you know, I grew up in Vancouver, and well, it's my first time in Toronto, and I love this city. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the film, and it meant so much to me, and it's my honor to be able to share this film with you. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it for Juno Mac. And of course, this film is over for the Blackberry People's Choice Award, the Blackberry Midnight Madness People's Choice Award. If you liked it, let us know. Show your passion for the film for voting. And of course, you just drop your ballot in the box outside, your ticket in the ballot box outside, or vote online at tiff.net/vote. And we would like to thank Fortissimo Films for providing us with this film. And of course, during the film, be kind to your neighbors, turn off your cell phones. You don't need to tell anyone where you are. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No, I'm waiting to watch the film. Yeah, with you guys.
All right. Leave her up, because in a couple of minutes, Rigor Mortis is going to set in. Enjoy!